instead of me sitting in my office and trying to figure out how to do something better, let's get as many good brains in the room and let's do this collectively, and let's do it fast, and let's do it with a lot of energy in the room, and let's kind of make things, rip them up, start again, make them better, etc., etc. Ratio is an organisation that sits between public systems and practitioners working to improve human health and development, and between scientists around the world that are figuring out better ways of improving well-being for humankind. And our particular focus is the way in which relationships, connection, social cohesion, how all of this bears upon human health and development. So when I was at Dartington, we collected lots of information on the well-being of more or less every child, every young person in Renfrewshire, from conception through to the age of 18 years of age. And that showed all kinds of things, variations in health outcomes, variation in mental health outcomes, variation in education outcomes, and some of those things can be ascribed to the individual. And Dartington worked very closely and very effectively with Renfrewshire to choose interventions that can help those individuals. That's been a really effective part of the work. I've moved to Ratio really to think about what we can do collectively. How can we get communities to work as a whole in order to address some of these impairments to development that children experience? How can we get schools to work collectively in order to be able to give every child a better chance in school? And that's the work that we're undertaking here in Renfrewshire.
So that's bringing together young people across Renfrewshire to participate in an event where they can share their experiences about what it's like to live and kind of grow up in Renfrewshire. And kind of part of the goal today is, I suppose, kind of there's two reasons. One is to get the views of young people about what it's like to live in the area, and then two is to try and build some collective efficacy. So trying to build levels of trust within the community and actually speak to young people about how those levels of trust might be increased, what opportunities are there for change from their perspective. I suppose for me it's kind of coming down to valuing what young people have to say and then acting upon that information. I mean, the best people who know about what's going on in the area are those who are living it, and that is the young people and kind of children that are growing up in Renfrewshire. So there's an ethical duty to collect that information directly from children and young people and then act upon that.
We are really proud of the Renfrewshire Children's Services Partnership Plan. We went to our children and young people, we talked about the Children's Services Plan, we talked to young people about how we design services, how we evaluate services and how we deliver them. We decided to take a different approach in the Children's Services Partnership this year. We decided to develop a plan on the page. We're really excited about Plan on a Page because it incorporates drawings from our local primary schools. We had an arts competition, and it incorporates all of the essential information of a great big 60-page document into a single poster. We wanted to have a document that really meant something to the people that we were writing about.
Youth empowerment is an important part of the Integrated Children's Services Plan. It's about having an opportunity to have dialogue with young people, about giving them space wherever that is, where they feel comfortable, about expressing their views, their opinions, and telling the people that they work with what their lives are like and what's missing from their lives, and if there's anything that the services can do to meet those needs. So that's how our services in Renfrewshire can be flexible, they can be responsive, they can be relevant, and better targeted to meet the needs as expressed by young people.
The Care Scotland Act was implemented in April of this year, and that's whenever I first began my post. Renfrewshire Council have employed me to carry out Young Care Statement, which is what the young people are entitled to as part of the Act. I have met with lots of young people already. You know, everybody's really up for getting their Young Care Statement carried out, and people are really good at identifying what's going right in their life, and you know, maybe things where they need to work on, and that's where I come in. I would try and help people to come up with ways to make life slightly better. We have to listen to young people because there's no point in doing what we do. You know, you are in charge of your own destiny no matter what age you are.
In 2015 we decided to start up a newsletter with some young people that were in foster care, aging between 8 and 15. We deliver to every looked after child that's in foster care at the moment, so whether they're in independent foster care or our own foster carers in Renfrewshire. The young people have really grown with the newsletter. They've got a lot of enthusiasm for it. It's all the ideas come from them. They're also learning skills in terms of how to actually edit a newspaper, do the graphics. We've just managed to secure some funding for a MacBook, which means we can make it a wee bit more professional looking. So yeah, I think they do get a lot out of it.
Actually hearing the voices of young people, hearing the impact of our decisions at a bigger level, and seeing where that happens, how that works out for them in schools, how that works out for them in their communities, is really helpful, as long as we then do something with that information. I think any time any of us in the positions that we've been given have the opportunity to listen to the people that we really claim that we want to serve, then we should be grabbing that with both hands. I think though it's a really important distinction between listening to folks and, as I said before, doing something with that. I think Renfrewshire have proven over the last 7 years and more that actually we're pretty good at doing something with the information that we're given. We've done a couple of bits of information gathering on a really large scale, and there's evidence that Renfrewshire have then gone on and acted on that information and tried our best to respond to what we're hearing. So I think people in Renfrewshire can look and be very confident that if they're going to turn up to these kinds of events and express views, that the council and partner agencies like Action for Children and others are listening.
Their voice matters in kind of shaping the decisions, and it's not just the right thing to do, but it's the best thing to do in terms of making sure that whatever services are designed and delivered are shaped by young people about what they want. They've told us what they need in terms of the survey, but actually what is it that they want to see out in the community. So it's about blending those two things together, what people need and what people want, and that's hopefully going to make the difference and improving outcomes for young people.
As with the work at Dartington, Renfrewshire were really at the cutting edge of a lot of the work that was taking place in Scotland, and now many other Scottish local authorities are following what Renfrewshire did 3-4 years ago. Again, this is a piece of work, it's very speculative, but Renfrewshire are the first local authority in Scotland to be trying this, and we're hoping that if the methods are successful, we'll be using them right across the country.